The the Knicks won game two, but this was not the kind of win that should make New New York fans comfortable. Welcome to Clutch Line Overtime. As always, I do have notes and I do stutter. Now, I watched the game last night, and I thought the game was very close. The it When you look at the Spurs from game one to game two, it was a it was a completely different team. Now, the Spurs, they came out very aggressive against the Knicks, and I I did like that. I thought that was very smart. But once again, Brunson and Wemby both, they did not have great performances. But Jalen Brunson, I believe, was something like 10 for 20, and he still dropped over 20 points and proved to be very clutch in the fourth quarter. Now, this has happened back to back games, and the Spurs blew a 14-point lead. Now, uh, one, the Spurs need to stop blowing leads, and they are slowing down Brunson in the sense that they are making him miss a, a ton of shots that he would normally make, but he's still dropping you know, 30 and and, and like 25 shooting you know 30 shots and only making 10 of them. Now, Carl Anthony Towns cat, he was a fucking monster la, la, last night. He absolutely took over when it mattered the most. The one thing I did not like was that the Spurs and Knicks, they were like kind of like beefing the whole game, and I'm not sure why. Um, I mean, yes, all right. The last time the Knicks made the finals, they played the Spurs, but this finals should just be two great competitive teams going at it. Now, I know that a lot of Knicks fans, they didn't agree with some of the fouls that were called. Specifically the Josh Hart flagrant foul. But I watched that live, and you cannot tell me that Josh Hart didn't realize he was gripping his foot. He absolutely did it, and I I think the refs made the correct call by giving him a flagrant foul. Now, Mitchell Robinson, he also played tremendous game, despite I believe a broken thumb. He was making some great shots. You know, um, he had uh, especially when he would come off of the bench. Now, I think that last night proved that the Knicks bench is is very deep, and uh, d- despite their starters getting tired, they can actually rely on their bench, and some teams they just can't do that. While the Spurs and the Knicks can. Now, I do I do think that the Spurs are kind of at a disadvantage being down 2-0 heading into Madison Square Garden, but I'm still not going to count this team out because if Wemby doesn't make that pass to Harper, the Spurs win. They win the game last night. And if anybody disagrees with that, go back and watch the game. Now, the play that the Spurs drew up, I I thought was great, but New York definitely knew that Wemby was going to take the final shot. Now, to Wemby's credit, he almost made it, but I, I think before that failed pass, he should have called a timeout instead of trying to pass it to Dylan Harper. Um, I definitely think if the Spurs want to take Game 3, they 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 need to utilize Harper more. Him and Cat Castle played tremendous basketball last night, and they were a big part in that game being a 1 point game. Now, I think last night once again proved how young this Spurs team is because a veteran I don't think would have made the same m- mistake that Wemby made last night. But but also um sorry, I lost my train of thought. But anyways, I do think if the Spurs want to take game 3, um, then they need to utilize Harper and Casamore. They need to stay being physical, and they need to stop shooting so many threes. Like even Wemby, he shot some threes that I said to my myself, why did you shoot this? Now, do the Knicks have a advantage? You could say yes, but I I truly do think that the Spurs are going to bounce back and take game 3. That is my prediction. So we will definitely have to wait and and see. But overall, last night what was an amazing NBA fi- finals game. But the Spurs they just need to stop making rookie mistakes. I don't think the Knicks need to change anything b- because what they're doing right now clearly is working, and until that changes, then they don't need to change a damn thing. Especially since they have won 13 straight playoff games. So absolutely credit to Brunson, Cat, and that entire Knicks bench. A- Absolutely, but I don't think we should count out this Spurs team just yet. The the game may be over, but the conversation isn't. I will see you next time on Clutch Line Overtime.